Hello, everybody. What is up? It is the Golden Boot Podcast. I am your host, Cody, and as you can see, I'm alone tonight. George is on the road. I'm waiting on Chris, but I figured I'd go ahead and get things started. Got a good show planned out for you guys tonight. Gonna talk a little bit of football, all the good stuff is normal, but we will get started. I'm not gonna do icebreakers because, well, can't really break the ice tonight. Had a good week so far this week. It was my son's second birthday. It went really good. We gonna really celebrate more tomorrow than anything, but we're oh great. So Facebook is having an issue, so there's a chance that you're not even watching me right now. But either way, we will keep going. I don't know why it is doing this right now. There it goes. Anyway, so so it was a great week. Celebrated my son, and so got through the work week, and here we are, ready for some good football this weekend. First things first, I would like to say Happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there. Thank you for all your service to the country. We definitely appreciate that here at the Golden Boot, and also I would like to say a happy birthday to the Marine Corps. I was never in the service myself, but definitely want to say happy birthday to the Marine Corps. Let me check these comments out here. My name is said. Hello. Let's see. Oh, and I never saw what the icebreaker was, Bubba. Unfortunately, I apologize for that. Next show, I promise. And if it was too late, I do apologize on that one. Let me get into our stuff here. Oh, it looks like I have a special guest joining me here. There we go.
I am
Hello.
alive. I am alive.
Man, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to do this by myself tonight.
You just don't know how close that came.
Oh, man, it's all good, all good. You haven't missed anything yet. So, how's your day, your week been?
Overtime, brother. It is our busy season, and yeah, it's hitting me. And I ate supper tonight, and that food hit the gut and said, "You're done."
Hey, totally understand that, man. I mean, my God, 10 hours. Wait, you're 10 or 12 hours?
We're on 10-hour shifts
until
further notice.
How many days a week you working?
It was scheduled for 6, and today they came around and took volunteers for working Sunday.
Oh my gosh. Did you volunteer is the question.
I actually did.
Of course you did.
Yeah, I actually did.
Hey, a little extra green in the pocket doesn't hurt, though. I don't blame you there.
See, and that's what's funny. Everybody's volunteering to work a 10-hour shift on Sunday. I'm like, why? You make more money. You make more money if you work less.
It's true.
Because it puts you in a different tax bracket if you work 8 hours versus 6 hours. So I'm hitting that 6-hour mark, and I'm going to the house.
There you go. I don't blame you there, man. So I'm sure our viewers are probably, wondering right now, where's George? So as everybody may know, he's kind of mentioned it already, but he is in North Carolina. Well, he is en route from North Carolina back to Missouri currently, and he will be on Monday, I believe. But yeah, he's got a busy weekend. So,
about as busy as me.
Yeah. All right.
But to his credit, he did all of the technical stuff and got us all set up here. So all we got to do is play around and hit some buttons.
Hey, to be fair, I did all the technical stuff this week.
Oh, he taught you how to do it.
He didn't teach me anything. No. I mean, I just went ahead. I'm actually using a laptop tonight. I'm not on my iPad.
Okay.
And you might notice that my voice is clear because I'm actually using a real microphone tonight instead of my iPhone microphone.
There you go. So
we're all professional tonight. I can even do a green screen backdrop if I wanted to, but it's all good. It's all good. So tonight it's going to be a little bit of a different type of show tonight because with George here, he can coast us through this thing, no problem. But what we're going to do, I feel like, Chris, I don't know if you're cool with this, but I think we take it old school golden broom and we just freestyle it tonight.
I'm fair with that.
All right. I like it. So right before you joined, I will say I did give a shout out to the Marines today for a happy birthday. And then I also did a happy Veterans Day and thank everybody for their service. It's much appreciated. That being said, and of course I'm going to click the wrong button. It is hard to get. Let me tell you, going from a touch screen to a little trackpad is not easy. That being said, we're going to jump right into it, and we're just going to hit the gridiron real quick. So this week we are going to, let me get my banner to stop for a second. Why is it? See, this is what I don't like about laptops is like the scroll bar is just absolutely terrible. There we go. All right, we're going to talk a few games real quick. First game on our docket to discuss will be Miami and Florida State, which is a game that a few weeks ago it looked like it was going to be a highly contested and a very entertaining game. And then now, here we are.
Yeah, I don't see this one. Well, I say that, but then again, every time you say I don't think it's going to be close for FSU, they turn around and do something silly and have a close game. So I'm going to say Florida State probably wins this, but I don't think it's going to be a blowout like a lot of people suggest. Miami still has all kinds of athletes all over that roster.
Yeah.
And just for some reason, Florida State just, they're not it for me.
Yeah. Yeah, when they beat LSU, I was very impressed. I was like, all right, this team's a bunch of dogs. But that was before I realized that LSU desperately needed a solid running back, which we finally got. And before I realized that our defense was just absolute trash. So after that, I'm not as impressed with Florida State, but I still have hopes in them. That being said, how funny would it be if Louisville just runs the table, takes out Florida State, and sitting there at 12-1 after their conference championships.
Right. That would not surprise me at all. At all. Like I said, they, for some reason, in the weirdest games, Florida State has struggled and not looked very good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they're sleepwalking or what's going on, but like Boston College, North Carolina State, they've all hung right there with Florida State. Probably should have beaten them, but here we are. Florida State somehow gets it done.
Yep. So my question is, if Louisville were to run the table, win the ACC championship, would they squeak into the playoff?
I don't think so this year.
Okay.
I suspect you're going to get either Georgia or Alabama, whoever wins the SEC.
Sure.
It looks like you're going to have the Pac-12 champion. I don't think that's a question. It looks like you're going to have the Big Ten champion. So I think it's an uphill battle for Louisville, even if they win the ACC.
Yeah. I agree there. Hey, Andrew, if you're watching right now, feel free to hop in and join us. Let me go to the next next game here. Alabama and Kentucky, a very interesting matchup, to say the least. You have Alabama team that's coming off of a good, honestly, just a momentum booster win against LSU. You got Kentucky, who is, I don't know where to label Kentucky as. I don't know if I want to say they're a good team, if I want to say they're a mid-level team or what. They're not bad, but they're not great. And the only thing that makes me just curious is the fact that it's at Kentucky.
I don't think it matters. The way they're playing football right now, they may be the best team in the country the way they're playing.
Yeah.
I don't know if Kentucky stays on the field with them.
Yeah.
Kentucky really is not that good.
I gotcha.
So
I wouldn't say that Kentucky gets the upset in this game. I would not pick that at all. I think that Ray Davis can wreak some havoc, but with questions at quarterback for Kentucky, it's gonna be a long day.
Yeah.
That being said, though, their defense is not the worst defense I've ever seen, and they could probably do better than LSU's defense did. So it could make it for a little bit more of an interesting game in that department. But give me Alabama by at least 3 scores.
So here's the thing with Kentucky's defense. So their secondary is, while they are very adept at pulling off interceptions, they struggle against the deep ball.
Yeah.
And if Jalen Milroe can throw it down there and put some deep balls into play, I think they're going to struggle bad with that. If you get Milroe hitting Burton on some 30-yard shots, I think Kentucky's in trouble. That plays right into their hands, and that's the passing game for Alabama. They don't do all this dink and dunk stuff. They throw them deep.
Yeah. I feel like we should ban this viewer right here, Johnny Birchfield. As a man that had worked with him for a long time, I would like to say that those words are banned from this show. But yeah, I see Brad's comment, and I totally agree, and I didn't think about it. Brad's in he's in Northport right now, so he's about an hour away from me. So that would have been fun. I honestly didn't even think about it.
Right.
Let's see what our next game is. Next game is gonna be USC at Oregon.
That one looks fun.
I think it's going to be very interesting, to say the least. I think USC's due for a big one after all the heartache they've had the last few weeks. I don't know if this is the one that they could get it in, though, because going to Oregon's no easy task at all. And when you have a struggling defense,
Mm-hmm.
But that being said, though, no more Alex Grinch, so their defense can't get any worse.
So if you're a big time player in college football and you're going into a game against a top 10 opponent, you have an offense that scores 45 points a game. The one thing you don't want going against that team is to be going in with an unknown situation, especially on defense, against another offense that can score 45 points a game.
Sure.
USC
what is up, Andrew?
USC might have some.
What's up, y'all?
What's good, man?
We're just getting with it.
How's it going?
Man, we here.
Well, I'm excited. I've been watching the whole time, and I've been commenting, and I think Oregon wins this game. I'll just go ahead and throw mine in there real quick.
There you go. Yeah, I think it's gonna be an interesting game. I think that I think Caleb's gonna give Oregon's defense some fits, but it's hard to pick against Oregon. I mean, Bo Nix is playing so good. Honestly, You could almost say that this game really could boost Bo Nix's Heisman candidacy, because if he outperforms Penix, why not?
Mm-hmm. That would be interesting.
Bo Nix is really good, and he definitely does not get the credit he deserves at any point ever.
Yeah, 100% agree. As a person that lives in the state of Alabama, let me just tell you, those people hate that man. But now they miss him.
I can see that.
They miss him very badly. I mean, look at exactly what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, he's amazing. I'm good with Spencer Rattler. Bo Nix wouldn't do any better at South Carolina because we can't protect nobody. But, he's really got to show what he's made of in the Pac-12 out there, and it's really looking good on him that the Pac-12 is really good this year instead of being down too. So I mean, his draft stock went up a lot.
Oh, absolutely. And speaking of Spencer Rattler, I can't lie, I actually feel really bad for him. And it's not because he's at South Carolina, but it's just more of the fact that he went from looking like number 1 overall pick in the NFL draft to Spencer Rattler still plays football. So it's weird.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. The NFL scouts are watching this guy with no defense, top 3 wide receivers injured over half the year, no offensive line at all whatsoever, and he's still out here throwing 399 yards and 5 touchdowns. And I mean, like, if that doesn't speak volumes for what he is, then I don't know what to tell anybody.
Oh, for sure. I 100% agree.
Don't remind me of what that cat's doing on the field, because I don't want to see that happen tomorrow.
That's going to be a fun
right.
Game,
you and
actually.
I, we play tomorrow, don't we?
It is not going to be a fun game. South Carolina going to do what South Carolina do, and that's beat Vanderbilt.
I just want to see Nick Harbor get the ball more.
They certainly have their number.
What is it, like 13 straight now or something like that?
I don't know, man. Yes, it's 28 and
Wild.
4 of all time. But we do get 4 starters back on the defense this week too, which is really good because our defense is atrocious.
How is it that every team that has injured players always gets their injured players back against us?
It's weird. But we will have 2 defensive linemen back. Very, 4 stars. We'll have our star safety back. Just in time for the final stretch too, because we have to win out if we want to go to a bowl, and that's unfortunate for us, seeing how we have Clemson on the horizon. But it is what it is.
Yeah. Hello, Sarah. We miss your husband.
Yes, we do. I am a very bad substitute for Chris, but I'm trying.
Hey, we're here. We're good. We're good. Let's see here. Let me get to the next game on the banner. I think it's, let's see, Florida LSU, my game. Oof. LSU is favored by 13.5 points in this game. And I don't know. I know Jaden, so far it looks like Jaden Daniels is clear, but
let me tell you, LSU covers this spread whether Jaden Daniel plays or not. And let me give you a little reference. A very bad Arkansas team went into the swamp and won. So South Carolina with 15 injured starters almost beats Florida. I mean, 15 injured starters at South Carolina, not 15 injured starters at Georgia, 15 injured starters at South Carolina, and South Carolina should have won that game.
They should have.
LSU is blue chip right? Like, let's not act like they don't have the athletes there. I think LSU wins this game in big. I don't like, I think it's going to be something like 35-17. I don't think it's going to be that close. Florida does not have what it takes to compete with LSU.
Well, I hope God is listening to you right now and lets that happen, because I would be all for that.
I just don't see it. You saw how Florida played last week. I mean, you saw how Florida played against the injured South Carolina. I mean, they're not ready for LSU.
Well, we will see. What do you think, Chris?
If Jaden Daniels don't play, we finally get to see the best quarterback on the LSU football team play.
Oh God, here we go.
I've actually said that for 2 years.
No, I know you have.
He gives them a better passing threat downfield.
Yes and no.
But he doesn't make the plays in the game with his legs. That's the difference.
That is true. That is very true. I do like Nuss though, and I like the future with him, but he makes me nervous when he starts slinging the ball around, because he has 100% trust in the receivers, and he just slings it and hopes that they get there to catch him. Mm-hmm. Daniels, on the other hand, he's more meticulous with it. Which I'm all for.
I saw, and granted, Spencer Rattler's a top 5 quarterback in my opinion, but I saw what Spencer Rattler did with our 4th-string wide receivers against Florida. I have no concerns for your quarterback to sling it around the field and have a great day. I mean, it's not like we had Juice Wells and Xavier Legette on the field. We didn't. We had nobody.
Oh, man.
Well, yeah. And you even saw what happens to Florida secondary against Vanderbilt. I mean, when a Vanderbilt receiver hits 22 miles an hour against Florida secondary, you got problems.
Yeah. Right. I agree with Chris. I don't think it's going to be close, Cody. I just don't. Florida's a bad football team, too. Should have lost to an injured South Carolina. Let that sink in.
Hey, I'm fully trusting you on this one. I mean, obviously, I'm going to pick LSU in it, but I always get nervous with the game with Florida for some reason. But hey,
but this ain't the Florida of the past.
And if it's a close game,
this ain't Tebow's Florida when y'all used to have wars.
Yeah.
Well, if it's you can rest assured, if it's a close game, there's going to be a shoe thrown somewhere.
All right. So right here, Bubba is right. Do not podcast at halftime. Never again will I ever do that. I don't podcast during baseball games, and I'm surely never going to podcast during football games again.
Well, I have you on speed message, so if I happen to see your mug on a podcast at halftime, I will be messaging you quick.
Exactly.
Well,
Exactly.
let me ask
And
you a
please do.
question. Y'all ever see me podcast during a South Carolina game? No, because I do not want to get
No.
banned from Facebook.
Hey, very good point.
It
I
can't
believe
be.
I believe in voodoo. I believe in football voodoo. I always have. I feel like if I'm sitting in a certain position and my team's playing good, I stay in that position until it changes. And if it's like certain people are in the room and they're playing good, they can stay. If they're not, they got to go. That's how I am when I watch a game.
Right. I agree.
And it's not fun to be around me, but I don't
So,
care as
to,
long as
to
my
your
team
credit,
wins.
Andrew, it can't be any worse than Carolina jackpot.
Yeah, he's a
Can't be.
joker, but so is Spurs Up.
You know, the way he goes on during a game for South Carolina, it's nothing to see about four-letter words drop in about a 2-minute segment. It can't be that bad.
At this age that I'm at now, no. I could probably do it if I had to, but I would just be like this. Oh yeah, look at that, and I just wouldn't be any fun, But 10 years ago, like, yeah, I'd have been banned from every social media outlet out there. I guarantee it.
He, well, that's what's funny is he don't get banned off of YouTube. I don't know where he's got it on their policy, but he lets them words fly and he don't care.
Well, I mean, YouTube is all about making some money, right? So, like, if he's helping them out and, they're helping
Right.
him out and he's not crossing any, you know, racial lines or homophobic lines, then I guess they're okay with it at this point. Which I haven't
So
watched him but once, so I don't know exactly what he does, but
Oh, he's wild. He's by the end of the South Carolina game, he will get drunk and there's probably going to be 100 curse words said in the middle of the game. He is a hoot.
So I want to real quick.
I
I want
don't
to give a
drink
shout
at
out.
all, so
I don't either. I
Right.
quit that a long time ago. I want to give a shout out to Rogue Energy real quick. As you can see, I've got my order on the way. You can use promo code. It's hard to see it, but promo code Golden Boot and save 10% on your order. I'm very excited to get mine. It'll be here Tuesday, and I will definitely crack one open on Friday. And yeah, I'm just super stoked about getting that in.
That might be a purchase in my near future.
Oh, you definitely. And right now they're giving away 25% off promos on their website too, so not too bad.
I've never had one. I think I need to try. The problem is my diet right now is water and vegetables, and that's kind of where I'm living. I've lost, like a lot of y'all didn't see me from the before, but I'm currently down 78 pounds over the past 6 months. So
that's amazing.
Yeah, it's a lot. It is drastic. So
it's all vegetables and water, and that's it.
I mean, I eat baked chicken and fish, for the protein. Okay. Yeah, but I don't eat. Yeah, it's pretty much where I live. Yeah, black coffee. No calories in that. That's awesome. About it.
I need to do that.
I got chunky.
I've gained some weight.
I want to hear it. I had COVID in December of 2020. I lost 32 pounds in 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, it fell off.
I will tell you, I was bigger than both of you are right now.
I was down to 170 pounds. And then in 6 months following that, this is the weirdest side effect of COVID ever. I gained 60 pounds back.
Jeez.
I've not been under 230 in 2.5 years.
You were down to 170? Like, how tall are you?
6'2".
See, that is like, how freaking skinny were you? Because I'm 6 foot tall. And right now I'm like 196 pounds, and I just look razor thin. Like, you must have looked like a crackhead. Like, that's crazy.
I did. It was bad.
Wow. That's impressive, though. 170 pounds, man. I would look crazy at 170.
But
Same.
like I said, I haven't been under 230 in 2.5 years. And
Yeah, I'm like
I don't care-
215 right now.
Yeah. So
And I don't care what I do. I can't lose it.
I ballooned up during COVID, even though I did have COVID a few times. Man, you didn't have to go nowhere but work at home, and all I did was eat. And yeah, it was quite the opposite effect on me.
Yeah, I lost 30 pounds in 2 weeks because I could not eat. It was
I mean,
terrible.
that'll do it to you. It's called negative calories. So when you're running negative calories and you're burning, the weight will just drop off, which is kind of what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
I got you.
But the problem with that is, like, you got 170. That's too much. Like, I bet you
Yeah.
felt like crap every day. I bet you could
Oh,
barely move.
I was bad off. But here we are. And that's not the weight gain wasn't the only side effect I've had from COVID. I've got some strange ones. I wake up in the morning. I don't
I've
feel
had
like
COVID
I've
3
slept at all.
times, and I have no permanent ones.
Yeah, I wake up in the morning. I don't feel like I've slept at all. A lot of times, the better half will wake me up and ask me if I'm okay because I'm gasping for air. So yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, I had it once, and it honestly, I never lost my appetite, but I felt like absolute crap.
Me
and stayed
neither.
up for a week. Like I just
I ain't gonna lie. When I had COVID, I grubbed. Me too.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Trust me, I was hungry. I just couldn't taste anything. Nothing tasted good.
I didn't lose my taste.
I didn't
or my
either.
Smell. I
Me
was
neither.
okay with that. I honestly felt like I just had a bad cold.
Okay.
Well, the first time I had it, man, I had a fever for like 12 days and I felt awful, but I still ate. But the second couple times I had it, nah,
Yeah.
I was fine, like a cold, like you said.
See, I knew I had it. We were on the way to work one day, and I stopped and got breakfast, and I couldn't taste it. It's like, I think I've got COVID. And then got a little bit farther down the road. She said, "Did you run over a skunk?" I didn't smell it. So I knew I didn't have any smell or taste. And for about 2 weeks, couldn't smell nothing, couldn't taste nothing. I knew I was getting over it when, I ain't gonna lie, I ripped one in the car on the way to work, and it about gagged me. Well, I'm over COVID now.
Oh man, that's funny.
Well, I would have still ate even without taste. Like I start feeling funny when I don't eat. Like if I don't
Yeah.
have something, I would have eat some tomato soup or drank it or something. I don't know how
Yeah,
you
for
did
sure.
it, man. I gotta tell you, I don't get it.
Matter of fact, the only thing I could taste
I'm very impressed that you were able
was
to make that much of a recovery.
Tropicana grape juice. Was the only I couldn't taste. Mountain Dew. Yeah, couldn't taste nothing. Tropicana grape juice was the only thing I drank for 2 weeks.
That's crazy. So what y'all think about this Tennessee Mizzou game?
Dude, grape juice.
Uh-huh.
I think Tennessee wins this game. I think they go in there and I think
actually
they
do
beat
too.
them.
I think so too.
Yep.
So here's my problem with Tennessee. Their secondary is not that great. I think there's plays for Missouri to make in a passing game.
Sure.
At the same time, Tennessee can play that ball control offense
Yes, they can.
with that run game and just milk that clock. And instead of going hurry up, throw a new wrinkle at Missouri and go delay tactic, slow it down, shorten the game, and run that ball on them. Because let's face it, Tennessee's got the best running back room in the country.
Oh, for sure.
So
yeah, no argument here, buddy.
So I can see them shortening the game and really putting it on Missouri, but I can also see Missouri making the explosive play deep down the field with Burden and Weiss And if they try and drop back and cut that off, well, here you go with Kobe Schrader. I mean, it's one of the most intriguing games on the docket this weekend.
Absolutely. All right.
I think Tennessee's a better coach team, and I think that's how that comes down to the end.
I agree with that actually a lot. I guess my biggest thing is, which Joe Milton are we going to see? Are we going to see
Right.
big game Joe, or are you going to see the I struggle on everything I do Joe?
AC.
Three interceptions and a half.
Hold on, he's trying to get me some coffee.
No, you're good.
No. No, I don't want no coffee. Stop. Hold on.
No, you're good, man.
Stop it. I don't want no coffee. It's okay, bro.
All right. So if you had to predict what George was doing right now, what would you say it is?
If I had to predict what George is doing right now, well, something to do with Arkansas basketball. Because I did see a message while I was updating everything.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "Must with the block" or something.
I wonder if he's the passenger right now. I would think he would have to be.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, this kid just took one of my Keurig pods and just smashed it all over the floor and then tried to make me a cup of coffee and oh my goodness. Anyway, it is everywhere.
Oh my God.
I literally all over my floor, coffee grounds everywhere.
At least it probably smells good.
Yeah, it really does. It's pumpkin spice. It smells really well.
Okay, well, there you go. You can't go wrong with that. Man.
Yes.
Whew.
Yeah. My wife just commented, clean it up. I'm gonna clean it up, honey. I promise.
I think what y'all, honest to God truth, I think the only fair way to settle this is at least like paper, rock, scissors or something. Best 3 of 5. That's how me and my wife do it.
There you go.
Yeah, well, I'm in control of him right now, and he made a mess. That makes it my responsibility.
Oh, that sucks. That sucks.
I know how it would
me.
work in the. I know how it would work in the Hancock household. It would be, George, come help me with these kids and clean this mess up.
Oh wow, y'all! If y'all could just see this. Anyway, I got Washington. Utah. Like which Utah team's going to show up? I mentioned this on Villains the other day. So you have a good Utah team and an elite Utah team, and you never know if a good Utah team shows up, they're going to get beat. If the elite one shows up, it's going to be a great game. But I still think Washington edges them out. Quarterback play is going to be the difference. I do think Utah's the better coach team, though.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So the thing with Utah too is if it was at Utah, I might have a different opinion.
Agreed.
And even with Washington's kind of shaky defense, I don't think Utah's got the offense to hang.
No.
But
unless they play Arizona State and put up, half a century on them.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I don't think the Utah offense has the capability of scoring that much.
That's a good point.
They scored 56 last week.
I mean,
fair. Arizona State, I get it.
Yeah, level of competition.
I agree with that, but no, Washington's just the better team talent wise, and I think that's what's going to win out in the end at home. I got Washington.
I gotcha. Well, hey, let's take a quick break, real quick, and let's hear from Bones Coffee, so Andrew can go clean up some coffee grounds. So
yes,
we'll be back in about a minute.
Sound the alarms. Something monstrously merry is coming to town. Introducing Bones Coffee's newest batch. Inspired by the giddy ghouls of Disney Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. Nice work, Bones Caddy. Rich premium coffee infused with frighteningly festive flavors. The Pumpkin King, Santa Jack, Frog's Breath, Rough Weather, and Mudslide Boogie. Can't make decisions by yourself? Order them all. Bones also makes a perfectly marvelous gift for everyone on your nice list.
And your naughty list.
Click the link to get these hauntingly holly jolly flavors delivered right to your door. And it's not just for holidays. Bones has coffee concoctions for all 365 days of the year. Bones Coffee and Disney Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. It's terrifyingly tasty. This year, Bones Coffee will be yours!
That's funny. I'm gonna do one more quick little video here. So one game that we're not gonna be previewing tonight. Well, we can talk about it, but I'm gonna let George give his thoughts on the Auburn and Arkansas game.
Gentlemen's. Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm coming at you from the airport. If you can't tell all the noise behind me, I've got some business I need to take care of in North Carolina. And by business, I mean moving my mother-in-law from Raleigh, North Carolina to Missouri. So I'm going to be doing that this weekend. That's why you don't see me tonight. But I wanted to get on here and give my prediction for the Auburn-Arkansas game, of course. I'm not going to let that die. I mean, come on. Kenny has been his usual self this week. So this one's for you, buddy. I have a couple of things to say. The keys to the Arkansas game. Number one, both teams come in with really good defenses. Auburn has been very good at times on defense. Arkansas has been really good on defense. It showed in the Florida game last week. We all saw it. And I think it's going to be a very similar type game. Neither team has had much offense, but at the same time, Kenny Guyton coming in for Arkansas, that changes the game, right? KJ was back to himself. They started running some hurry-up offense, so I think that's going to be key. They're going to keep Auburn on their toes because, in all honesty, a good offense can always overcome a good defense. And so I have Arkansas winning this one. It's 3:30 p.m. here. I have the Arkansas winning 31-20. So Kenny, you can stuff that in your pipe and smoke it. The Hogs go on a 2-game winning streak in Fayetteville. So I'm excited about that. And we play FIU next week. I'll be on Monday, and I'm sure they probably already told you. We got a special guest coming. Monday night, we'll have Joe from the Ruffino and Joe show on. Joe De Leon, and I'm excited about that. I think that's going to be really good. So make sure you tune in Monday night, 8:30 Central, to the Golden Boot podcast. And, hey, I'll be back. Don't worry about it. I'll be there Monday night to be on. And, of course, tune in to College Football Dogs. We've got a lot of stuff, game day show, different things. So tune in there. And, yeah, guys, we'll see you soon. Stay golden.
So with all the freezing in that video, George has him 31-20. And honestly, I mean, I'm not going to say I disagree there, to be honest. The way Auburn's been playing, I mean, they've shown some promise, but Arkansas after last week, I mean, they got to feel good at home against Auburn, who is not the Auburn of the past for sure.
So,
No,
is that true?
they're not.
Is that true about the rumor with Auburn that they're going to start the freshman quarterback this week?
I'm not sure. I saw some rumblings about it on Twitter, but I haven't confirmed it or not.
That would be a Hugh Freeze thing to do, to go in.
You'll change your diaper, buddy.
And try and go with the freshman quarterback. That'd be a Hugh Freeze thing to do.
Yeah, for sure. Let's get to this one of the bigger games of the week. One that I'm very excited about, Michigan-Penn State. And we had breaking news today that Harbaugh is suspended for the rest of the season, so he can coach during the week but can't be on the field for the games. I mean, at the end of the day, that hurts.
about that.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't say he can coach from the press box. They just said he can't be on the field. If you read that letter, it does not say that he can't be in the press box.
If that's the case, then it changes nothing for him.
If I'm Michigan, I'm 100% putting somebody on the sideline in the headset and putting Jim Harbaugh in the press box and calling my plays.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, why not?
Yeah, I still think Michigan wins this game. Just watching how they play and watching Penn State some on offense. Sometimes I don't see any way they outscore Michigan. Like, I don't think it's even possible.
Yeah, I think the only thing that makes me think it could be a tight game is the fact that Michigan has yet to play anybody of substance. And I know it's going to be a crazy atmosphere at Penn State because I mean, obviously after having a heartbreaking loss, I think they want to try to redeem themselves, but I think Michigan's going to get it done.
Yeah.
Isn't there something to be said for Michigan though? Okay. Ohio State and Rutgers and Purdue have had their entire playlist for the past 2 years with 100% accuracy on what they were calling matched up with their signals.
Yeah.
And they're still boat racing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's something to be said for that.
Yep.
For sure. Absolutely. So, score predictions?
31-17 Michigan.
Ooh.
Maybe even 38-17.
Okay.
See, and I thought I was crazy. I was going 42-17.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think the same thing.
Yeah, I'm going more like 35-24 myself. I think Penn State's going to have their hopes up like midway through the third quarter, and then it's just all going to come crumbling down on them.
Okay, buddy, hold on.
I don't know. Penn State. If there's one thing about Penn State is that James Franklin has faltered in these big time games.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure they keep it close.
Okay.
I don't think they keep it close either. I just think they're outclassed.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. Game of the week. Ole Miss at Georgia. The title of our show was Welcome to the Dog Pound, Lane Kiffin. And I came up with that based on the fact that I don't trust Lane Kiffin in big games on the road. Never have and never will.
Not against Georgia.
No. I mean, I know I saw that Brock Bowers is back moving around a lot. I doubt he's back for this game. But even without him, I think Georgia should still win by at least 2 scores in this game. I think it'll actually be one of their easier wins of the year.
Hold on, buddy.
So I heard an interesting number. So I have the pleasure of listening to Todd Furman. He runs a betting service. Ole Miss is at 16% conversion rate on third down in road games. That's not how you beat Georgia.
Yeah.
And I think they're in trouble. Georgia's on another level right now. And even without Brock Bowers, Oscar Delp and Ladd McConkey have been stepping up in his absence.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Georgia in this one.
Yeah, me too. I think Georgia wins this game. Honestly, Georgia has been playing like Georgia the last 3 weeks, and that's unfortunate for Lane Kiffin.
I feel like Chris is brewing something up over there. He got a grin on his face and he started typing.
Hold on, buddy.
Hey, if he wants to join the show, we'll accept it, by the way.
Oh, no, he's right here. Look, you're on.
Seth giving me a hard time about this radio program we listen to in Nashville. Let me tell you, Ron Slay, I don't care if he's a UT homer or not. This dude can put out some quality content on the radio. I'm a huge fan.
Well, there you go. I think it's unanimous. Georgia's going to take this one. Let's see here. Honestly, that's all the games we have that we were going to talk about this week. You guys got any final thoughts for the evening?
Go Gamecocks.
There you go. Chris?
Well, I'm just going to say, being a Vanderbilt fan, sometimes it sucks the life out of you. It's not been a good week. Our coach goes for it on 3rd and 20. South Carolina's won like 13,000 games in a row against us in football. I thought our basketball team would be able to take some of that pressure off, give me something good to cheer about. But then we turn up and lose to freaking Presbyterian of all schools. And had to come from 11 down in the first half against South Carolina upstate today to pull out.
Hey, y'all won, so.
Yeah, you don't want to beat a South Carolina upstate by 7. But
yeah,
in all fairness, we are missing 3 starters out with injury. I don't think there's a unluckier school in the country when it comes to injuries and losing star players than Vanderbilt.
Well, South Carolina's playing Vanderbilt currently in basketball. We were a 6-point underdog. We're winning by little right now. I'll take it.
Who are you playing?
Virginia Tech.
Ah, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, everybody, we appreciate you guys jumping in and watching with us tonight. We'll be back full force on Monday. Hope you join us when we have Joe DeLeon join us, and hope you guys enjoy the games, and we appreciate y'all watching tonight. Peace.